Floyd's the best fighter in the game ever. Terence Crawford, Terence Crawford will see something he never seen before, and it will fuck him up.
The fantasy match between Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Crawford has been the talk of the town, and the fight world is here for it. The best part? It might actually see the light of day. Yep, you heard that right. Mayweather's striking back at Terence, and he might even come out of retirement to settle the score. So without further ado, let's get into all the deets of the fight of our dreams. Money Mayweather isn't a man who lets others take shots at him. This guy fires back. So when Terence Crawford went on record and said he'd take the boxing legend, Mayweather was quick to put a stop to his dreams. Mayweather doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk too. Now let's be honest, Terence versus Floyd wasn't in any of our cards. Come on, who even thought these two would be brought up in a conversation as competitors? The fight world didn't see that one coming. Well, it was Crawford's fight with Errol Spence Jr. that changed his career for the better. Yeah, that epic win really put him up there with big names like Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol. Bud is the #1 pound-for-pound king in the world, and fans can't help but compare him to the best boxers in history, with one matchup catching everyone's eye. Yep, I'm talking about Mayweather versus Crawford. Let's be real. After that 9th round TKO, Terence might safely be called the greatest boxer of his era. Come on, you can't tell me his 3 knockdowns of Spence weren't impressive as hell? Especially because you know Spence came into the fight having never been knocked down or knocked out in his career. Plus, let's not forget that Crawford also created history by becoming the first male fighter to win undisputed titles in 2 divisions in the 4-belt era. Now that's one historic win, right? Well, if anything, it has Terence flying high, and this guy thinks he's ready to go against any boxer who comes his way. Of course, this has Floyd heated. Come on, Terence is a new dog in the fight world, and him firing shots at Floyd just a few days after his epic win didn't sit right with a lot of fans. It's good that he's confident in his gloves and how he puts them to use in the ring, but he's tiptoeing the edge. I'm sure the biggest question you have right now is, how on earth is Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather even possible? Get this, yep, Floyd retired all the way back in 2017. But this guy never truly stepped away from the ring, did he? Since hanging up his professional gloves, Mayweather has had 7 exhibition bouts against MMA fighters, YouTubers, reality TV stars, and even mafia members. Oh yeah, he's pretty much ready to fight anyone as long as the fight gives him the one thing he wants. If you guessed big buck, you're absolutely right. Floyd retired undefeated from pro boxing because there was nothing left for him to accomplish. He built a legacy for himself and established himself as one of the best boxers of all time. But this guy just loves stepping into the ring, especially when there are a lot of dollar bills involved. Mayweather has set the record straight about where he is in his career. This guy just wants to go against easy opponents, so he won't have to put in too much effort in his fights. You can't blame him for that, can you? He's pushing 50, so it's no surprise that he wants to keep things simple. His days of putting himself through intense training are gone, because at 46, there's only so much you can do. But a fight with Terence? That's one he can't say no to. Hear me out? It's everything Mayweather needs. This fight is going to have PPVs shooting through the roof. Come on. Who wouldn't want to see the current undefeated champion go up against one of the greatest undefeated champions of all time? Since both of them have a perfect record, one of them is going to walk out of the ring without it, and fans are dying to know who's it going to be. So I think it's safe to say that the fight world will be tuning in for sure. And hold up, because there's more. Historic PPVs mean a big payday for Money Mayweather. It doesn't end here. More than anything, this fight is going to have the thrill of a real boxing match, which is something Floyd can't get with his good old exhibition matches. Now, I'll be honest here, there's a lot of risk. Coming out of retirement is a big thing, and Floyd retired undefeated. So by stepping in the ring for another pro boxing fight, he's going to put that title on the line. And I'm sure the last thing he wants is to lose that 0 on his record. Plus, Terence is on a career high. Oh yeah, he's the best he's ever been. And as for Mayweather, he's way past his prime. Don't get me wrong, I'm not underestimating Mayweather. Yeah, just because the dude is 46 doesn't mean he can't hit. He hits and his punches are brutal. It's just that he's a little slow and sluggish in the ring now. Now, if you were to put a Floyd Mayweather in his prime against Terence Crawford, Money Mayweather would have walked out with an impressive win, and you know it. Terence is good, but is he as good as a Floyd in his prime? Well, that's up for debate. If you ask the boxer himself, though, Bud believes he'd take anyone down. Terence told Hot 97, If you put me in the ring with any of the great fighters from in around my weight class, past, present, or future, I'll hold my own with them. Bud believes that he's gone to a different level now, and fighters from the past can't give him a good level of challenge in the ring anymore. The boxer added, "That's just how I feel. I just feel like our styles have evolved from the older fighters. They paved the way for us in the things that they adored and were doing in the ring. We mimic them, but we take it to the next level. But I think I hold my own with any of those guys." Big words, Bud. You gotta prove them in the ring now, cause Floyd's ready to negotiate a fight with you. Plus, Terence isn't the only one who thinks he'll take down Mayweather in the ring. He's got his fair share of supporters too. Take the word from Shane Mosley. He said, "Crawford has the same mentality as me. He is hungry, and he is going to come after you." The former pro boxer added, "But Mayweather can be tricky," and explained Crawford could go right-handed and switch to left-handed, which could turn the favor towards Crawford. Mosley emphasized if Crawford could hit Floyd like him, it might not end well for Mayweather. Carl Frampton hopped on the bandwagon to share his 2 cents on the fantasy matchup. He said, "There's a big statement that I want to make here. The fighter of our generation, everyone will probably agree, is Floyd Mayweather. I think that Terence Crawford is now the fighter of our generation." He believes that Crawford's performance against Errol Spence Jr. beats Mayweather at his best at welterweight. These two are backing Crawford, but the fight world is genuinely divided on this one because it can go either way. Yeah, there isn't much to predict, but a fight with Mayweather would truly do wonders for Crawford. Yes, Bud is becoming the fighter of our generation, but if you really look at his record, this guy has got no impressive opponents, apart from Errol, who is pretty much the best he has. If Terence wants to go down as one of the best in history, he needs to change that, and he needs to do it quickly. Bud is pushing 37, so he doesn't have much time on his hands. Every fight he signs for has to be one that'll advance his career, not have a setback on it. Terence is eyeing big names like Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather, so if all goes well, he'll step into the ring with them soon. And even if he can't negotiate these two, he still has Jermell Charlo challenging him to a fight. The guy's got good options to choose from, so he really needs to pick one and get on it. Of course, he's currently getting ready for the Errol Spence Jr. rematch, so he'll have to wait till that fight sees the light of day, which it will soon because Errol has activated the rematch clause, and he wants his redemption. I guess the real question stands, is Terence going to take down Mayweather? I guess we'll have to wait and find out for ourselves. So, there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video, comment on it, and share. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more boxing content. I'll see you next time, and until then, peace out.